Wow, what a great college basketball game, and to do it on the biggest stage is just awesome, and to come out with the win. I mean, I know we had a lucky half quarter at the end, but both teams battled, and dug as deep, I think, as they could, man, hats off to UCLA. They are really good and just so well coached. It was quite a chess match going on out there, and we had the last possession, and like I said, we're lucky enough to hit a 50-footer. So it helps when you have a magical, special guy like Jalen, especially at the end of games.
All right, we'll start with Joe McHale.
Coach Joe McHale, SWXKH2, congrats on the win. You just mentioned that shot by Suggs. Walk us through it from your perspective, what you were seeing.
Well, I mean, I don't like to call a timeout in that situation because I think you can, make an open court play better before they set up their defense. But I was wondering if we were going to get the ball out of the net, so I thought we might need a timeout there. So I was getting ready to kind of yell at the guys. But then they got it in, and then I knew we were good because it was in Jalen's hands. And again, we work. We haven't had many games like this, but we work on a lot. We've worked probably more on in-game situations this year than I ever have, just because I knew, we needed that. And he makes shots. He's got that magical aura. He makes them in practice, all the time. It's been crazy this year how many he's made in practice where we're last-second shots. So I felt pretty good. I was staring right at it, and I was like, that's in. So, and it was.
All right, Karthik from KREM2.
Hey, Coach Chu, sorry I froze up there. I mean, what was the locker room celebration like? You've been saying you've been celebrating these every single game, but to win in this sort of fashion, what was it like?
It was great. It was crazy, euphoric. Guys were happy as you could ever be. I mean, you can imagine what it was like. It was awesome.
Pat 40.
Mark, congratulations. Maybe too soon after the game, but do you have a sense that you were in an all-time classic there?
No. I was just trying to call the right sets and get us in the right defenses. No, but man, I mean, it was tough to get any kind of separation. We were dealing with some foul trouble. We were trying to get Drew in and out of that thing, and lost in all this and the last-second shot. I mean, Jalen did an unbelievable job D'ing up Juzang. I mean, man, they run so many good actions for him, and he was all over him. And then Juzang is just a big-time player. He just hits big-time, tough shots. But no, I mean, not at the time. But I mean, obviously, at the end of it, you could tell how both staffs and all the players reacted that it was an all-timer.
Michael DeCourcy.
Mark, what were they doing to make it so difficult for you guys to get the ball to Corey? What was the problem there?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they really were. I mean, Corey, how many shots did he get? He had 13 shots. So, I mean, we've been balanced all year, and there's sometimes, Corey's getting shots and Andrew isn't, or Jalen isn't, and Drew is, and so. Look, they're a really good defensive team, as you would expect from Mick. So, I mean, I thought we found Corey on some nice pin downs, and I thought he missed a couple bunnies early in some finishes that he usually is pretty good at, but he responded in the second half, hit some big shots, and they're a pressure defense. They were making it hard on all of us.
Keith Oso.
Hi, Keith Oso, KXOY in Spokane. Mark, you talked about this game beforehand. It was going to be a rock fight, and it certainly looked that way tonight. How happy were you that you guys were able to match their scrappiness and their toughness?
Well, I didn't think we did early. I thought they were really kind of beating us to all the 50-50 balls and taking some ones that we had maybe our hands on. And we're just a little bit more opportunistic than us. But, true to form with these guys, they adjusted at halftime, and I thought we ended up both teams were still making plays in the second half. And I thought that's how we grew our lead was we got more aggressive. We started making handsy plays and digging some things out, and then we're able to get out in transition and make some things happen.
Jim Meehan.
Hey, Mark, Jim Meehan, Spokesman Review. Maybe another play that got lost was Timmy with 4 fouls drawing a charge at the end of regulation with the game on.
Yep.
And what he did early in overtime, just going to him and him producing.
Yeah, hey, listen, you've been with us all year. First of all, he's our best charge taker by far. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I felt about that, especially with 4 fouls. But, he took it, God bless him, and that was a big play. And then, hey, I mean, we've been going to him all year. And I think this game, we found that it was a lot more effective if we could get him on the move. They were doing a great job of pushing him out and crowding him and fronting him and doing all kinds of things. So, when in a stagnant post was not the answer. So he's smart. These other guys are smart. Jalen and Andrew found him with some really nice pocket passes, and he went to work.
Dana O'Neill.
Mark, yeah, congratulations. You talked about Jalen's shot being sort of lucky, but the play that wasn't was the block that he had on Riley, and then that pass ahead to Timmy that was just kind of electric. I'm sure you're used to seeing these things, but what level does he bring to this team? I mean, how much does he elevate you guys just in general on both ends of the floor that way?
Well, I mean, he elevates us tremendously. I mean, he's a hell of a player. I mean, he's electric, especially when you get him out in transition. He's confident enough and to make that pass to Timmy. When I saw him sizing it up, I was not thinking it was going to be one of his greatest decisions he's ever had. But he's got a knack, again, for fitting things into small windows. And then how about Drew? You got a 6'10" guy running that fast. I mean, scooping a cut bounce pass, 50-foot bounce pass up and dunking it. So, I mean, he's got great hands. And, I mean, that was just an amazing play. And Jalen, the beauty of Jalen is, he does make plays like that and has made plays like that defensively on us where he comes down and blocks bigs because he's so athletic and he's so tough and he's not afraid. He's not afraid to try. And that's absolutely what he brings to our team is just this fearless, attacking, very confident player with a great feel for the game, and so he's elevated us tremendously this year.
Ian Higgins.
Hey there, Coach. Congratulations. Your team hasn't really had to claw its way back in a game like this since the West Coast Championship against BYU. And I'm curious, how does your team not grow complacent? And, did you reference that game at all in getting ready for this game and trying to, stay resilient?
Yeah, I think you guys are kind of, and not just you, but everybody. I mean, to think that we would be complacent in a Final Four game and a national semifinal game is nuts. I mean, we're going to be as fired up as we've ever been, and we haven't been complacent all year, and we're sure as heck not going to be complacent in the Final Four game. So we just played a really, really good, hot team that was playing fantastic basketball and was tough as heck to try to score on and to keep off the glass. And we survived them because, we played really hard. And both teams played smart. They only had 10 turnovers. And complacency wouldn't be a word I would ever use with this team I got.
Jeff Goodman.
Mark, you got me? Can you hear me?
No, not hearing you, Jeff.
Okay, we will go with Alex Burr.
Hey, Coach. You were talking about your effort in the first half and it not being the greatest. And
I think I said mental effort is what I said, and then we got beat to some balls. But we had some defensive lapses where we weren't thinking or executing very well.
Ayayi came out and had 16 points in the first half. How big was that for you guys in that first half?
That was huge. I mean, Joel played great tonight, just great. And we needed every one of them, obviously, and especially in the first half. I mean, again, I thought at least early they were jamming us a lot, and we didn't quite have the rhythm that we normally had, and he did a great job stepping up and just making big plays. You could tell he was really feeling good about his stroke, and he was hunting it a little bit. And he had some nice plays in the second half too. And he had a couple of those runners down the lane where we made defensive plays that just missed that I think could have really helped break that thing even more open.
Isabel Gonzalez.
Hi, Coach. Obviously, it was a very intense game, pretty much the entire game. What do you tell your team right before overtime?
That, hey, I mean, we're fine. We're fine. I mean, we just got to keep getting stops, and we're going to win this thing. There's no doubt we're going to win it. We just need to we've been making the right basketball play all year, I told them. We just got to do that. And we had strung together some really nice stops, down the stretch of that game, and then just, they hit some tough ones to get it into overtime, I thought, that were well guarded. But, yeah, I said we're fine. We just got to keep doing what we're doing that got us that lead.
Kevin Fielder, fifth quarter.
Hey, Coach. Kevin Fielder from fifth quarter. Another play that kind of gets lost is Andrew's three-pointer,
Yes.
which I think made it a 5-point game.
Mm-hmm.
How important was that shot, knowing what, kind of transpired after it?
I mean, it was huge, and it was so great for Andrew because he really is a good shooter, and he's deferred a lot occasionally, and all of us have been on him, myself and his teammates, to not defer. And I think he's played fantastic these last 2 or 3 games for us with great pace, and he's just a brilliant decision maker in ball screens. And when he hunts his shot like that, I think we're at our best. And then also, I mean, he ended up making a lot of defensive plays tonight like he has all year too.
Last one, James Hill, BNC Sports.
Hey, Coach, James Hill with BNC Sports. Congratulations on the victory. You've taken this program to heights unseen, and you're one step away from history. Just talk about continuing to grind. It's just one more game, but what goes through your mind after watching this entire process? I mean, it looks phenomenal to us.
Yeah, I mean, what goes through my mind is we got a short duration here to get ready for just a terrific Baylor team. I think now they're back playing, the way they were earlier in this year, and just so well coached, and just great plan, and just executing the plan, stepping up, making shots, playing great defense. So, unfortunately, it's just kind of that's how it is. I always tell everybody at the end of the year, when I'm standing in a river all by myself somewhere in Montana or Idaho or Alaska or somewhere, then you kind of start laughing by yourself to where we were, in 89, 90 to where we are now. It's unbelievable, and atmospheres and events like this. But unfortunately, no time for that right now. We got to get ready for just a terrific Baylor team, and we're going to have to play great.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.